long-term business is about not burning out as much as it is about doing the thing you want to do. It's also remembering that we don't have to have a million different modalities to do the job. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes, because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group, where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite-Sized Podcast. How the devil are you? So at the moment, we are going through some of those questions that I have been sent. And it's really important that we think to the future. Here we are, weather's beginning to warm up. What is it that we are going to do over the summer to support our clients? And it is time now to start prepping for that. I know it seems like a long way off, doesn't it? But it isn't. The new year isn't very far at all. And if you're like me and you used to take a good long summer holiday, then you're going to need to be prepped during the school term. So how can I help you with that? For this set of podcasts, we are going through the questions that I have been sent by practitioners when they've joined the Confident Practitioner Community. So we need to think about the future, and that's what I talked about in the last podcast. But let's answer some of these questions as we're going through the year. Because the rest of Jamie's question was, I want to set up a long-term business that also enables me to afford time away, which so far I'm struggling to see how that can be achieved without losing the value of what naturopathy offers. So going away. Yep, there we go. There's Christmas. So we need to think about, it's all very well. You think, how much money do I earn? I want to earn $52,000 because there's 52 weeks in the year, right? So let's take that as a random number, $52,000 a year, which means I'm earning $1,000 a week. Great. That's what I'm going to earn. That means that my new clients, I'm seeing my new clients, we're rounding everything up here. These are not numbers, right? These are just help me add this up, which means that I'm making $1,000 a week, which means that I need 4 new clients a week at $250 each, right? Great. Not hard. Sort that out. Except, of course, nobody works 52 weeks of the year. Maybe the Americans do because they don't get holidays. I don't know. Who knows? I watch TikTok and they tell me all sorts of weird things about, but in Australia, you get 4 weeks holiday a year if you work for somebody else. Now, if you're working for yourself, you don't get paid holiday pay, do you? So you have to figure out where that money's coming from for those weeks that you're off. So if you want to earn $52,000 a year and you're not working 52 weeks a year, you are in fact working, I always work 40 weeks a year because I go away and I had the summer holidays and all of the things. So I'm only working 40 weeks a year, but here I am wanting to earn $52,000 a year. How am I going to do that? Suddenly my weekly earnings have increased, haven't they? I've got to earn more each week. And how am I going to do that to get my $52,000 a year? Now, there's numerous ways we can do that. We can have programs, we can have packages, and these are all out there. These are totally ways of making sure that you have a steady income. However, programs can be fickle and often seasonal. So we're heading into the end of the year. We're heading into summer. So now if you're going to do a program, it'd be a great time to do like a cleanse or a get ready for summer program, freshen the skin program. And that can therefore add to your earnings. Knowing how to develop a program, what to put in it, how to launch it, that isn't something that generally you can do by yourself. I found it's much easier to do that with other people. And we do that in the Academy, although the Academy has changed a lot recently. We do that as part of our yearly Academy activities. So it's a really good idea to be thinking, where is this other money coming from? I'm only going to work 40 weeks a year, but I have to earn $52,000. How am I going to do that? Where's this other money coming from? Well, we can, of course, cram 52 weeks worth into 40 weeks, which is generally what I do. I have the 2 weeks leading up to holidays are normally massively busy. And I don't now, because things are done differently. I don't have everything in my office. I don't have everything on my shelves. I don't make up so many liquid herbs for people. They're all prescriptions and they're all delivered to people now. But I used to get a student or a newly qualified to sit in my office with me, and we would see one person after another, and they would make sure that they'd mixed the herbs, that they'd done the prescription, that they were taking the money. So I had this other person doing all these things. Now, if you work in a clinic that has reception, then that's all done for you because reception does it. But if you're working by yourself, which the majority of the listeners to this podcast, I'm sure you are, then you have to figure out how you're going to do this and how you're going to have your holidays and how you're going to earn the money. So like I used to do, you can crush it all in, and you could have side hustles. Side hustles are great. Love a good side hustle. So a side hustle with a company, so your old job, or using your old job, right? It's amazing how many people go, I want to leave my corporate job and do this, naturopathy, nutrition, hypnosis, whatever it is, as my full-time patient, and totally forgetting that you've got incredible skills from the job in corporate that you've had all these years. You've got phenomenal skills that can be shared. Think about those skills, because sometimes just working one-to-one with clients is actually really full on, and it's a bit too much, right? Because you're just working with people one-on-one constantly without anything else. So it's sometimes a really good idea to actually have a side hustle that is something totally different. So you're not listening to people's sicknesses, their illnesses, and their problems every single hour of every single day. So doing something different, whether it be you've created a product that you're selling. I'm into my pottery right now, and I've started to sell it. So is that a side hustle? Well, it's not going to pay any bills right now, but it might do in the future as I start to get better. Well, as I am getting better. So have you thought about going to a market and selling the candles you enjoy making? Or if you've got a corporate job, offering your skill set as bookkeeping on the side, because you can be doing that online without seeing anybody. There's no contact, and you're just doing what your skill set allows you to do in an incredible way. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. As the saying goes, think about what other skills you have that you can utilize, because it is a good idea to be doing something else. So initially I was a naturopath I was a nurse first, then I became a naturopath. Then I dropped the nursing and I was lecturing and doing naturopathy. Then I expanded out into mentoring and supporting others and all my groups. And so it was that and being a naturopath, and with naturopathy being the main one. Then 2020 hit and I reduced my client numbers massively. My clients that I've always seen, and I take on a very rare new client, and they're always referrals for my client base. So they're always a referral from one of my old clients that I take on. And so now I'm mainly an educator for you guys. I'm a mentor, and that's what I do. I'm a podcaster. So maybe podcasting is my side hustle now, except I don't make any money on it. There's no advertising, as I'm sure you've discovered. Probably should advertise in it. But we've got to think about the long term for ourselves, our burnout rate. If you're just seeing clients 52 weeks of the year, you're seeing 4 new clients a week. Therefore, you probably have 8 returns each week, if not more. You'd have at least, if you're getting 4 new ones a week, you probably have 4 full days of work a week. So if you're working 52 weeks a year, you're just going to burn out. It's just gone. You're done and dusted. There's no getting out of that one. You are going to burn out. So it's really important that we set our boundaries and that we think, what is the other thing that we can do that's outside the square that can offer us the money? Yes, we can provide packages. Yes, we can provide programs. Do we want to do programs so that we sell it to a large number of people off the bat at once so that we're servicing those people as a group? And then we have this launch, deliver, launch, deliver, launch, deliver system. Again, when is the rest? So long-term business is about not burning out as much as it is about doing the thing you want to do. It's also remembering that we don't have to have a million different modalities to do the job. It's great to have another thing. Maybe you love yoga. You could be a yoga teacher on the side. It's still the same thing, but you're working in a group. You're able to share something different in a different way. There's all sorts of things. Spend some time. Contact me. Let's have a chat. The focus call link is in the show notes. Email me, Geraldine at mentoringwithgeraldine.biz, because I'd love to be able to help you work on this long-term aspect of your business. Because for each of us, it's different. Okay. For each of us, it's very, very different. So we have a lot of value. We're not going to lose that value by sharing it in a different way. We are going to lose value by handing out all our information for free in the schoolyard, which is what I did for the first 10 years of my business. That's how we lose value, is not valuing it ourselves. All right. We can't all live by the perfect and pure, I'm going to do everything the way it should be done. And I'm only drinking green smoothies every day and I'm going to be perfect, because that does not give us the opportunity to share birthday cake with our dearest friend if they happen to have one. Okay. If we're living the 100% life. So think about your 100% life and think about how you don't want to destroy it by being so deeply into it, you burn out. You need other alternatives so that you can share it with a genuineness, with an word authentic. It's rather lost its authenticity, hasn't it? Because it's just used so much. But it does have its place in this conversation because we need to be authentic with who we are. If you see that shopping trolley of mine, it isn't always pure vegetables. It's never pure vegetables. There's always chocolate in there. Yes, it's dark chocolate, but there's chocolate in there. And I think we have to be honest with ourselves and honest with our clients that, yeah, we do go to the pub and we do have a pint. I do drink a gin and tonic. And that's the way it is, because I want to live a good life, not just a healthy life. I want to offer this way of life to people so that they can live how they want to live within their constraints, so that they can have the cleanse or the detox over the summer, but it's not going to kill them because it doesn't go on forever. But it does change some behaviors in the long term, which is what we want, so that they come back to us to continue with that change. So we have a lot of value. We have to decide, who are my people? Where are my people? I said this last week, didn't I? Who are my people? Where are my people? Where can I find my people? What is it I'm offering them? How am I offering it to them? And what number of weeks am I working? Or what's the amount that I'm working, so that I can work out how much I'm going to charge and whether or not I do have to have a side hustle. Chances are, if you're working for yourself, you're not putting anything into your age pension. And so you've got nothing to retire on. And you're like, oh, I'm young yet. No, it doesn't matter. You need to be thinking about your retirement fund. You need to be thinking about paying tax. You need to be thinking about all of those things as well. So it's a really good idea to think, what are my skills across all of the things that I do? How can I supplement my income? And maybe one of those things, like mine is now pottery, it might be that you paint. Well, what about making some paintings and selling those so that your hobby can perhaps add to the money, to your earnings? But we do have to think about the long term. What is my long-term goal? Who are my people? And what is it they want from me? Am I going to offer a massive exercise, detox, diet thing to mothers with small children? No, that's not realistic. They've got small children. Whereas you might be able to offer that to your 35 single woman who wants to throw herself into something. So we have to think, who is our client? what is our base and what is it they need? What is it they desire? And that means asking our clients what they desire and what they need. So I think we'll leave it there today. I hope that's helped. You know how to get in contact with me, Geraldine at mentoringwithgeraldine.biz, because I'd love to hear from you. So have a good one, and I will catch up with you on the next cast. See ya. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.